So welcome to our Pilates challenge. This is day one and this is a warm up. So this is going to be roughly about 10 minutes. I will try and keep to time as best as possible. And this is just going to get your body moving just in a nice manner. So we're going to be moving the front and the back of the body and the sides of the body. Just enjoy it. There will have been a few videos that you can have watched before to get yourself used to the neutral position, the Pilates rest position, rib placement, shoulder blade placement, and how to activate the tummy muscles. So whenever we talk about centering, core stability, zipping and hollowing, connecting your core, it all means the same thing. It's just this area down here. And all I just want you to do is to feel nice and strong while you're moving. Keep breathing. We did talk about the Pilates breath as well, but that's just another layer. So try not to get too hung up in it until you feel that you can juggle an extra ball. But it will give you much more strength and intention and focus when you bring the breathing in. But this is all just about getting our bodies moving and feeling comfortable. So without further ado, just pop yourself down into that rest position, making sure your feet, your knees and your hips are in line, that your knees are at about 90 degrees. And we're just going to have our hands just from the belly button down towards the pubic bone, and we're just going to arch and flatten our back a couple of times until we get into a nice neutral position for us. And everyone's going to be slightly different, but we do want to be thinking about this area here being pretty much horizontal if we can. We're just going to think about connecting down through the core muscles. So we're going to center a little bit. We can zip up through the pelvic floor, and we're going to allow our shoulder blades to relax away from our ears so we've got nice length at the back of the neck. And then we're going to think about just placing our ribs, connecting our ribs. And we'll do 3 breaths here. So we're just going to breathe in and feel the ribs move laterally and down towards the mat. And as you breathe out, you're going to feel everything just coming back together again. So we're going to breathe in and out. One more time, breathing in and out. Okay, so we're working here, the back of the neck is nice and long. So 2 options with the hundreds. You can just breathe in and out whilst keeping the core connected, or you can do patting 5 times for the breath in and patting 5 times for the breath out. So whichever level you're happiest with to start with. Okay, so tummy muscles are working, ribs are connected, quite happy with our breath. And we're going to breathe in 2, 3, 4, 5 and out 2, 3, 4, 5. In 2, 3, 4, 5 and out 2, 3, 4, 5. Keep breathing. Two more. Last one. As simple as that. Okay, the next exercise is a 1-leg stretch. And basically we're going to have 1 foot in line with the knee and the hip, and the other leg is just going to be extending away. So we're going to use this on my right side as a stability leg, and the other leg is just going to slide away. Now, if you have a look at my knee's aiming towards the ground. Okay, so if you find that your knee gets a little bit stuck there, that's fine. You just work with whatever you're happiest with. You might find that you're a little bit tight here, and this is a great one for opening out the front of the hip flexors. We want to be thinking about this foot and knee and hip moving almost on the train track, so it's going in the same line. There's no wobbling with the knees not wobbling the whole way down. We're thinking about a nice, strong, stable leg as we keep the tummy muscles working, okay, and as we breathe. So we breathe in to prepare, and as we breathe out, we basically just let the legs stretch out towards the wall on the other side of the room, and then we breathe in to come back. And we're going to swap legs. But what you want to be thinking about is the knee that's bent up. You want to keep that nicely in line with the hip and with the foot, and that's your stability leg, so we can press that foot down firmly. Okay, so taking a nice breath in, we're going to start with this leg. And as you breathe out, slide away. Breathe in to come back. and breathe out. Now we're going to make sure we're not arching through our spine. Breathing in to come back, breathing out, breathing in. Shoulders are relaxed, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out. Well done. Breathing in, breathing out. So see if you can get that knee to reach a little bit lower towards the ground. And we don't want any movement through the pelvis. The pelvis stays nice and steady. A couple more each side. Breathing in, drawing it back, really focusing on that movement as you breathe out, stretching away. The foot that's staying on the floor stays nice and steady. The last one, breathing out, reach away, tummy muscles are working. Beautiful. Okay, so this is hip twist, and again we're going to keep the foot, knee and ankle on this leg here. It's going to stay nice and static. That's our stability as this other knee drops out. Now, I'm not going to drop it to the floor because that's going to bring my whole pelvis across. I want to take it out as far as is comfortable, and when I start to feel I'm losing control of this side, I'm going to bring it back in again. And nothing is moving here, we're staying really nice and strong. So we breathe in to prepare, and as we breathe out, we roll over to the outside of the foot. We breathe in to come back and we swap over. Breathing out, rolling to the outside of the foot. Breathing in, coming back onto the sole of the foot. Breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. And one side might be a little bit more juddery than the other side, and that's okay, because all we're just looking at is a really nice objective assessment of how our bodies are moving. And this is going to be a great one for getting the hips moving, starting to open up the muscles in the back. Creating that nice control through the centre. A couple more each side. Last one. Lovely. So this is a double leg stretch, which never made sense to me because it's moving the arms. And basically we're just going to be floating the arms up over the chest, and then we're going to be taking them back, and then we're going to be scooping them around. So I'm going to scoop down a little bit so you can see a little bit more with this. Points to remember, keep these shoulders really, really happy. If you get to here and you think they don't want to go back any further, don't take them back. If they don't want to go round any further than this, that's fine. I quite like a bend in the elbows to start with, so that we're not doing a massive big wide scoop and putting too much pressure on these shoulders. Another thing to remember is as we take the arms back, don't extend up through your ribs. You want to keep those ribs nice and connected. So remember, we've got our lovely strong springs from here to here. Okay, and they're really keeping everything nice and connected and strong through here. Okay, so we breathe in to prepare, and as we breathe out, take the arms back just a little bit. Breathe in, scoop them around, all the way back to the top. Breathing out. Breathe in, scoop them around, and out. Breathing in, and out. Ribs are really nice and strong. Breathing in to come back. We'll just do one more. And out. Breathing in. And then the hands come down with the breath out. Well done. Clam. This is a nice one. So, with the clam, we're going to be working these butt muscles, and these muscles are great muscles for carrying us through our day. They do so much for us that we're not even aware of. So you're going to have a little pillow, and I like mine rolled up underneath my head. My arm is probably at about 160 degrees. If you don't like that and you just want to have your hand like this, that's fine. Your arm can just be underneath your head. The top hand is going to be resting in front, okay, because that's going to give us some stability. Our hips are at about 60 degrees and our knees are at 90. And if you look down at your knees, you might find that the top knee's not flush with the bottom knee. So just take those two together now. I'm a bit slouchy in here, so I'm going to take the top hip and I'm going to reach it away, and that just puts my spine into a nice straight position. Otherwise I'm on a little bit of a side bend, So just taking that hip away, and just imagine you've got a little chocolate underneath there now and you don't want to squish it. I quite like the idea that you have a flashlight on the front of the hip and it's pointing down at an oblique angle, because a lot of the time whenever we start doing this, we take the hip up and then we roll the pelvis back, and then my flashlight's going to be pointing up there. So if you can always imagine that your flashlight's pointing forward, and if you've got too much movement through the pelvis, just check that you're not actually taking your flashlight up. Another thing that you can do is just pop your hands just on the bony part of your pelvis here, and if you find that you're wobbling all over the place, just connect your tummy muscles a little bit more. Reach that pelvis forwards and down slightly, and just also make sure that you haven't lost and squished your little chocolate, okay? So make sure that the shoulder's reaching away from the ear. You've taken the pelvis away so you've got that little space. Tummy muscles are engaged, and that the pelvis is nice and strong and not about to roll back. And all we're going to do is take the knee and open it up towards the sky and back down again, and the movement's coming from here. So we breathe in to prepare, and as we breathe out, we lift, keeping the tummy muscles working. Breathe in to come back, and breathe out. Breathe in, and out. Breathe in, and out. And we breathe in. Okay, so we're going to take the head down onto the floor, and we're just going to do some arm openings. So tummy muscles are engaged, pelvis is lifted away. We breathe in to prepare, and we take the arms overhead and we breathe out. We breathe in to come back. I'm going to skip forwards a little bit. So we don't want the shoulders to do all the movement. We want the movement to come from the chest, okay, and the spine. So we breathe in and we breathe out. Keep the pelvis reaching forward so my flashlight's not moving. Breathing in to come back. Breathing out, we're going to open all the way back. Breathing in. Couple more. Breathing out. Breathing in. Last one. Well done, very nice. And then we swap over onto our backs again. We're going to move on to the bridge, and then we'll do clam and arm openings on the other side. So the bridge is beautiful. It opens the whole back of the body, it gets it really nice and strong. We're going to have feet hip width apart. You can have your feet in as close to your bottom as you want to for this one. And we're just going to be doing a bit of a curly bridge. So I just want you to think about just flattening your back and tucking your tail under and let go. And you can just have your hands either on the floor reaching towards your toes, or you can have them here so that you can actually feel that arching and flattening. So don't forget, the back of the neck will still be nice and long, and the shoulders are going to be moving away from the ears. Okay, now next time that you flatten, you're going to see if you can tuck your tail under and just lift up one vertebra at a time, pressing the knees away. And then we reverse that, and we reverse back down, so we soften down into the belly, tuck the tail under, and then release. So if we want to add the breath, we can breathe in to prepare, breathe out, tucking under, pushing down through the feet, lifting the hips up nice and high. Breathe in to hold, and breathe out, tucking under all the way down. Don't get too caught up, and definitely do not make yourself sore. Breathing in, breathing out. Coming up to a nice neutral position, breathing in here, breathing out. Now if you want to add in a little bit more spinal strengthening, press down through the hands because it will strengthen up through the upper back. Breathing in to prepare, breathing out, flattening your back and lifting up one vertebra at a time. Breathing in here and breathing out. Coming all the way back down. And then you can just hug your knees into your chest. And we're going to go on to the other side. Lovely. Okay, so again, you can have your pillow and your head on your arm, or you can have your arm at about 160 degrees. Shoulders are relaxed, pelvis is tilted away, so we've got the little arch, tummy muscles are engaged, hips are at 60, knees are at 90, pelvis is rolled forward slightly. Okay, we breathe in to prepare, and as we breathe out we lift, we breathe in to lower. Breathing out, and one side will move more than the other, so don't be too alarmed about that. But you can just look at your body and go, okay, so maybe I need to work a little bit more on getting that mobility and strength going. So we'll do another 3, 2, and 1. Nice. And going forwards. So again, shoulders are relaxed. We lift up through the hip in that direction. Tummy muscles are connected. So we're going to breathe in and we breathe out. Keep the hips facing forward, and we can follow with our head. Breathing in to come back. Breathing out. Breathing in. And this is a really nice one for just opening up that chest. Last one. Lovely. Well done. You are done. We've just gone over just a little bit, but we've got quite a lot of lovely exercises done in that. We got our chest opened, we got our bottom muscles working in 2 different directions, we got our hips moving and opening, we got our tummy muscles working, and our arms warming up. So hope you enjoyed it, and see you tomorrow for the cool down.